Alright, let's be candid. There are three specific types of shirts, likely adding a full decade to your appearance. If you're currently in your 40s or 50s, chances are you own, and perhaps are even wearing, at least one of them right now. The aim here isn't to rewind the clock to your 20s. That era is long past, and frankly, who needs it? Instead, this is about commanding attention when you enter a room, having people genuinely listen when you speak, rather than subtly dismissing you as past your prime. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through 8 common shirt missteps that can make men look older, along with smarter, more modern alternatives. These aren't arbitrary fashion dictates from some glossy magazine. They're consistent patterns I've observed. We're talking about intelligent men with successful careers and generally good taste, whose shirts are silently undermining them. Mistake number 6 on this list is incredibly widespread, and you can verify if you're making it in just about 30 seconds. And number 8? I personally wore those kinds of shirts for years before someone finally clued me in. Let's dive in. Music. We'll kick things off with the most obvious culprits, the shirts that practically scream, "I haven't updated my wardrobe since 2004. These are the patterns, colors, and fabrics that instantly age you, not in a sophisticated silver fox way, but simply as outdated. Shirt mistake number 1. Tiny, overly busy patterns. Think shirts adorned with miniature flowers, micro paisleys, or exceptionally dense geometric designs. The kind you need to examine up close to even discern the pattern. They generate visual clutter, making it hard for the eye to settle. The pattern competes directly with your face for attention. In a store, these might seem appealing, like they'll add personality. I genuinely believe that for years myself. However, true personality shines through your demeanor, your conversation, your overall presence, not from a frenetic pattern that forces people's eyes to work over time. I recall a finance executive in his late 40s, incredibly astute, who managed an entire division. He'd wear these shirts to every client meeting. He couldn't understand why younger colleagues kept getting opportunities for leadership. His performance was stellar, but his visual presentation wasn't. We helped him simplify his shirts, eliminating the visual noise. 3 months later, he was promoted to run the entire department. A much better choice? Stick to solid colors. If you crave texture, clean stripes, or an Oxford weave, offer inherent visual interest within the fabric itself, without the overwhelming patterns. Simple conveys current. Complicated often signals dated. Shirt mistake number 2. Large, bright plaid. These are the big, boisterous plaids, the red, yellow, and green combinations that seem to have materialized straight from a 2003 barbecue. They create an illusion of bulk across your torso, making you appear heavier. And they exude that suburban dad vibe from 2 decades ago. Now, plaid itself isn't inherently bad. It's the scale and contrast that matter. Enormous window pane plaids in vivid hues can overpower your physique and definitively scream early 2000s. Subtler options, like tone-on-tone plaids in navy and light blue, or gray and charcoal with minimal contrast, can work. If you genuinely love plaid, opt for understated versions, similar tones, and a smaller scale where the contrast is barely perceptible. But for most of us, solid shirts simply perform better. They're more versatile and maintain their appeal over time. The objective isn't to have your shirt draw all the attention, but for you to appear composed and polished, so people focus on you. 2 down. I'm guessing at least one of those resonated with some of you. It took me years to grasp these concepts. My closet once brimmed with both tiny patterns and loud plaids. The next 2 mistakes concern fabric and color. Number 4 is particularly subtle. You might not even realize it's aging you until you make a change. Shirt mistake number 3, shiny fabrics. I'm talking about silk, satin, or anything with a glossy finish that reflects light like a mirror. These fabrics evoke either a 1970s disco aesthetic or, worse, make it seem like you're trying excessively hard to stand out, which is the antithesis of cool. Shiny materials also unflatteringly highlight every body contour, every crease in the fabric, and every minor imperfection. Matte fabrics, conversely, smooth everything out. I've observed men wearing silk to networking events, believing it projects an image of success. It rarely lands that way. Instead, it often comes across as excessive effort or a misunderstanding of the dress code. Go for matte cotton. Oxford cloth provides excellent texture without any sheen. Poplin offers a crisp, clean appearance. Chambray is perfect for casual settings, providing a natural, relaxed look. When your shirt isn't vying for attention, you project a more grounded, confident image, as if you perfectly belong wherever you are. Shirt mistake number 4, washed out pastels. This refers to pale yellows, faded beiges, those muted pastels that appear professional and safe during shopping. They actually strip color from your complexion, making your skin look tired and drained. As skin naturally loses some vibrancy with age, these colors actively work against you. It's an incredibly common error. Men choose these hues thinking they're safe, professional, and won't draw too much notice. But safe and forgettable are distinctly different. These muted shades fail to provide sufficient contrast with your skin, causing your face to get lost, blending you into the background. Consider this. When you meet someone, you want their focus to be on your words, your eyes, your presence, not wondering if you're feeling unwell. Instead, try crisp white. It suits everyone and never goes out of style. Light blue or sky blue adds color without making you look tired. Soft olive or sage green complements most skin tones. Select colors with enough saturation to create meaningful contrast. They remain professional and appropriate, but far more vibrant. Your shirt should make you appear invigorated, not exhausted. Those initial 4 points are the more obvious ones. Outdated patterns, unsuitable colors, and shiny fabrics that ought to have remained in the 70s. But here's where things get really challenging, where even truly successful men often falter. You could master all those aspects, solid colors, quality fabric, everything, and still look 10 years older if the fit is incorrect. Fit is paramount. Shirt mistake number 5, baggy, boxy fit. These are loose, shapeless shirts that hang off you as though you've borrowed them from someone 2 sizes larger. They're undeniably comfortable, and they seem to conceal the physical changes that come with age, feeling like a secure choice. However, baggy shirts obscure your physique, making you appear heavier than you are, and they eliminate any sense of structure. Structure, paradoxically, creates an impression of energy and self-assurance. This is a super common scenario. A man gains 10 or 15 pounds in his 40s or 50s, which is entirely normal, and his immediate reaction is to buy significantly larger sizes. This strategy, ironically, makes you look bigger and older, not smaller and younger. I had an architect friend in his mid-40s, exceptionally talented, who always wore baggy shirts to client presentations. Clients perceived him as out of touch, rather than the innovative professional leading the project. We got him into shirts that truly fit his body, not tight or overly trendy slim fit, but simply tailored to follow his natural shape. 6 weeks later, a major developer specifically requested him for a significant project. What works? A regular fit or modern fit? The shirt should follow your body's contours without clinging. Your shoulders should define the shirt's width, not an excess of fabric drooping past them. This isn't about recapturing youth. It's about appearing contemporary and intentional. So, that covers baggy shirts. It's quite straightforward once you know what to observe. Shoulders should align with your actual shoulder, and the body of the shirt should skim, not tent. Now, mistake number 6. This one is absolutely everywhere. I witness it constantly. You can check if you're making this error right now in about 5 seconds. Go ahead, grab your collar. Shirt mistake number 6. Oversized or floppy collars. This refers to collars that are too large for your neck, or those soft, flimsy collars that lose their shape throughout the day. There are 2 issues here. Oversized collars visually shrink your head, completely throwing off your overall proportions. Floppy collars, on the other hand, make you seem less composed, less sharp. A well-fitting collar frames your face and subtly draws attention upwards. A poor one subtly works against you in ways you might not even realize. This issue frequently arises because collar sizes can change over time. You might have worn a 15.5-inch neck for 2 decades, but body shifts, posture changes, even how you carry yourself, all contribute to your ideal collar size changing. Most of us haven't had a professional measurement in years. We just continue buying the same size out of habit. The floppy collar problem typically occurs with older or lower quality shirts. The collar points begin to curl upwards, and the entire thing wilts by mid-afternoon, looking sloppy regardless of its original price. Here's a quick test. When you fasten your top button, you should comfortably fit 2 fingers between your collar and neck, not 3, and certainly not just 1. 2 fingers. If you can easily fit 3 fingers, your collar is too big. If you're struggling to squeeze 2 in, it's too tight, and you probably need to size up. Try collars featuring good structure and interfacing. These elements help them maintain their shape all day. Semi-spread collars suit most men well. They are classic, versatile, and frame the face effectively. Button-down collars are excellent for casual shirts because the buttons secure the collar points neatly. Get professionally measured if it's been a while. Your collar size at 45 or 55 might genuinely differ from your size at 35. That's perfectly normal. Bodies evolve. A properly fitting collar makes a more significant impact on how polished you appear than you might imagine. We've addressed the outdated patterns and colors, and we've tackled fit issues like baggy bodies and ill-fitting collars. The final couple of points involve minor details, the kind of things that seem insignificant but actually aid you more than expected. These are the finishing touches that either reinforce everything else you're doing right or quietly undermine it. Shirt mistake number 7, chest pockets. Specifically, chest pockets, and especially that double pocket Western shirt aesthetic. They add unnecessary bulk to your upper body, disrupt the clean lines of your torso, and carry an unmistakable office worker circa 1995 vibe that's hard to shake. The modern aesthetic prioritizes clean, streamlined looks, devoid of superfluous details. But where do I put my pen, my phone, my reading glasses? In your pants pocket, jacket pocket, a bag, anywhere but a chest pocket that makes you look like you're about to inspect someone's furnace. The better option? No pockets. A clean front. It's that simple. When people observe you, you want them thinking sharp, well-composed individual, not functional workwear from 2 decades ago. Shirt mistake number 8, worn out, faded shirts. This is honestly the most prevalent mistake I encounter. The good news? It's also the easiest to rectify. We're talking about one afternoon at the mall, problem solved. If you're guilty of this one, know that I wore these shirts for years. Absolutely no shame. Just correct it. These are old shirts that have clearly seen their prime. Colors that once popped now look dull. They have permanent creases that refuse to press out, collars that can't hold a crisp edge, and fabric that has thinned and pilled from years of washing. This is probably the single most common error, and the simplest to fix. The uncomfortable truth is, one good, new shirt outperforms 5 okay, old ones every single time. I constantly meet successful men, great careers, lovely homes, stable lives, wearing shirts that honestly should have been retired years ago. The collars are frayed at the edges, the colors utterly washed out, the fabric so thin you can almost see through it. I'm not judging the sentiment. We all have that beloved shirt that's comfortable, familiar, and has shared many experiences with us. But that worn-out shirt tells a story before you even utter a word. It suggests that details aren't a priority, that quality isn't very important, or that you either don't notice these things or don't care enough to address them. In any situation where first impressions matter, work meetings, client interactions, social gatherings, even just casually running into an acquaintance, those details are crucial. Your shirt is a detail everyone sees. What truly works? 2 to 4 solid, high-quality basics. A crisp white shirt, a light blue one, and perhaps one more color that complements your skin tone and personal style. Maybe gray, olive, or whatever you prefer. Emphasize quality fabric that will retain its appearance. And, as we discussed, ensure a good fit. Replace them every 18 to 24 months, or as soon as they begin to look tired. You don't need 30 shirts. You need 5 excellent shirts that genuinely work for you. It's far better to own 3 exceptional shirts that make you look sharp than 15 worn-out ones that age you. Quality over quantity isn't just an idiom. It's the key to always looking current and well put together. There you have it. 8 shirts that add years to your appearance and 8 superior alternatives. The core message is clear. Simplicity triumphs over busyness, a fitted look beats bagginess, and freshness always outshines wear. So, which of these points resonated most with you? My guess is most of us are making at least 2 or 3 of these errors. I know I was guilty of 5 for many years. If you'd like specific guidance on your situation, which shirt to replace first, what colors best suit your complexion, or how to achieve the perfect fit, please leave a comment. I read all of them, and I'll do my best to assist you. If you found this useful, please hit the like button. It helps other men discover this information. And if you're seeking genuinely practical style advice for men our age, what to buy, what fits well, what actually delivers results, subscribe to the channel. No empty promises, just the insights that genuinely make a difference. The truth is, you don't need an expansive wardrobe. You don't need 30 different shirts. You need 5 truly great ones and the understanding to steer clear of these 8 common mistakes that can age you. You now possess that knowledge. Go forth and apply it. Thanks for watching.